Well, for Cynthia, this is a demo class. For Oscar, this is his first class. And we're waiting for some other friends to join us who are part of this group. So welcome everyone. So today I have planned a class to explain how to use the causative. We're going to check like some advanced structure, how to structure your language in an advanced way. But first, we're going to learn a lot of idioms um, related to accidents or natural phenomenon or emergency stuff. Right now, in many parts of the world, there's a lot of hurricanes. Do you know hurricanes?
Yes.
Yeah, there are a
Yes.
lot of hurricanes, cyclones, typhoons, like the world is going crazy. First, it's been like the hottest year ever. It's so hot everywhere, and now it's raining cats and dogs. You know, we use the expression raining cats and dogs when it's raining a lot.
Yes,
Let's see.
yes.
Hi, Oscar, good evening. So we have two Oscars today, raining cats and dogs. Dogs. So raining cats and dogs means like it's raining crazily. It's raining very heavily. You know, today, let me just clean the camera. So today I was driving and it was so crazy. Um, I thought that I would have a crash at that moment. I was about to have a crash. So I was just driving and I saw this van overtaking everyone, trying to sneak into the lanes, like he was left and then he was right. And so there was a red car that didn't let him advance, like he was going super fast. But you know that is dangerous. Like it's raining and you shouldn't drive that fast when you're driving. So so this van was in front of him, like um he didn't let him go. So what happened is that he got mad and then they started to fight. Like with the cars, they started to put in front of each other. So it's like, ah, you didn't let me go first, so I won't let you go first. And they are so super crazy, you know? Like they know it's dangerous to drive so fast when it's raining, and then you start provoking the other person and you almost bring about an accident. And I saw that and I just tried to run away. I just tried to leave that situation. But when I was driving, then the same van that provoked all these people, he was now behind me. So I just let him go because I think that he was just trying to fight with someone. But yeah, it was a situation I felt that it was very close to. We were very close to have an accident. All right. So we're going to check some vocabulary that we use like in these seasons for emergencies, hurricanes. We're gonna check some idioms too that we use during emergency. Okay, so all this vocabulary is related to these natural, we say the word phenomenon. Phenomenon is just one. And when there is many, you call them phenomena. And phenomena is plural, but just irregular. Yeah. Like uh, like criterion. Criterion is just one. So the plural is criteria. Yeah, you know that? So let's start right now with this activity. And as I'm teaching right now, I can see a lot of rain and it's so windy here in my window. So, okay, here we go, guys. Please join us this activity. So all this vocabulary is related to natural phenomena, accidents, catastrophes, but there's vocabulary that we use in English. There are some idioms that I would like you to learn. So here you have a link. Please join us here as soon as possible, and we'll start the activity. Okay, let's go. Please join us here. You have a link here on the chat, or you can scan the code with your phone. Okay, very well. So we can start, right? So choose the option you feel is correct. So we have this expression, storm in a teacup. What do you think is the meaning of this idiom? All right, so a storm in a teacup, just like you see, yeah, it's to make a big deal. It's like to make, you can also say in English, make a fuss. Make a fuss means to, I don't know, screaming, arguing, or making problems from something that is not really important, like ridiculous. So if they're like these people, who almost caused an accident today, I think that they were, I think that they were really so imprudent, and they were making a storm in a teacup. Okay, so the check next expressions. Remember, all of them are they're not literal. We just have to take them metaphorically. Okay, so here we go. So that now we have this. You know Thor, right? Well, I know the picture is wrong, but do you know that Thor is actually part of the days of the week? Yeah, the day Thursday. Thursday, it's actually comes from the German, or not German, but Nordic word Thur. So Thur or Thor, like in English, it's the same god. Um, the god of thunder. And in English, we have a day for that. It's Thursday and Monday. Well, Monday is the day of the moon. Saturday is the day of Saturn. Sunday is the day of the sun. And the other days also they are They are related to Nordic gods. Okay, very well. So do you understand the difference between lightning and thunder? Maybe, okay, you can explain English. What is the difference between thunder and lightning? So lightning, lightning.
A thunder is a noise, and the light is a light.
Okay. Yeah, so thunder is the sound and lightning is what you see, right? Very well, the rays. So let's continue. Yeah. So we have five hurricanes, right? And I think that they're even stronger, but with a climate change, that's going to be a reality. We're going to see five category hurricanes and stronger tornadoes and more disasters, floodings everywhere. I think that's a reality. And in this case, yeah, the category one hurricane will be the weakest. Yeah. All right, let's move on and check the next one. Yeah, I just used this expression today. Um, Said that it's raining cats and dogs. You know that? You know the meaning? Choose the option you think is correct. Yeah, so it's raining hard. You can say it's raining hard or it's raining heavily, but it's not possible to say it's raining, it's a strong rain or it's just raining strong. That is not correct. Okay, very well. So is it raining too hard where you're living? How is it? Is it raining or is not raining?
Like in this moment?
At this moment, is this for me?
No, I am questioning. In this moment, it's
Yeah,
raining or in...
yeah. Is it raining right now where you live?
No.
All right. Well, that's good because here's been raining all the week. It's really bad because you get a lot of um puddles. And you guys, everyone else, is it raining right now where you live?
Mexico City is now raining and it's hot.
Okay, we can bring some rain there.
In my town, never raining in all the year.
Uh,
Rain a bit.
okay. Okay, very well. That's I mean, I like when it rains. Like I told you, it um gives me some peace. I love it when it's rainy. Like it's different from other people that it's dark and they associate it with a bad humor or they feel sad or depressed. And I really love it when it's rainy or cloudy. Although I think that if it was always like this, I'm not sure that I will like it. I don't know. Okay, let's continue. Yeah. So we have the word epicenter, right? So it's to where it all starts, right? It refers to the to the earthquake. Yeah. So yeah, those are every time bigger too. I don't know if you ever heard about this hurricane. Boxing Day tsunami. All right. So was the Indian Ocean. I really didn't know about this tsunami. Boxing Day tsunami. Let's check it. Mm-hmm. Was it in Thailand? Sri Lanka? Okay, like Asia. So there was an earthquake too. Yeah, sometimes there are earthquakes and then tsunamis, and those are the most those are the most destructive, right? All right, let's go back. Okay, maybe another time I'm busy. Yes, is take a rain check. Mm, okay, so when you say I'll take a rain check, it's like you go on, you check if it's raining, and you go back in to see like you're verifying that it's raining or not. So yeah, you can use this expression when you want to neglect or yeah, you want to take down one offer if they ask you you would like to go with them somewhere. You could say, "I'll take a rain check." It's like, "I'm sorry, not today. I'm busy." This is one expression you can use. In Haiti, doesn't make sense, right? Yeah, so Asia, Haiti is like too far away, right? Okay, I don't know this superhero. Okay, very well. So, release wind. Did you know this superhero? I thought it
No.
looked like it looked like at the beginning I thought it was Flash. All right, not into comics. This was another very destructive hurricane. Sorry, earthquake and tsunami. Yeah, Japan. Yeah, that was in 2011. And remember that it was not only the earthquake and tsunami, but also I think that I'm not sure if they were blown away the nuclear central stations that provided Japan energy, and I think that there was a problem there too because the impact had made the nuclear central zones unstable, right? I don't remember if actually the central was blown away, but it was very terrible for Japanese people. There are still legends in this place in Tohoku. You can find about um some people created legends about ghosts. Had you ever heard about that? Like a lot of people died, and the people from this town, from this city, they still promise that they're you know that in Japan there's also this religious views in some towns, and they still believe that they see their beloved ones that died, that passed away, and even they have said that ghosts take rides on taxis. Like there's people that these are some stories from taxi drivers in this part of Japan, that some people just they hail the taxi, they ask for a taxi, so the taxi stops and they take the person, and then the taxi driver, when he arrives to the location or when he turns around, the person is not there anymore. And many say that this is true, and like they um I don't know if that's the way that people deal with these difficult emotions of losing everything, like losing a lot of friends and family. But it was something that really impacted Japan. You know that Japan has had, it's not a really big territory, but it has had a lot of tragedies, like the bombing in Hiroshima, Nagasaki, different earthquakes, because unfortunately Japan is earthquake prone. Earthquake prone means that it's so probable that Japan continues having these problems. So Japan is earthquake prone, and now they have also this very aging society. That means that most of the people there are not young. So if there are more catastrophes and more people died and less young people in Japan, so it doesn't look really good for them. Um, yeah, it's so unfortunate. But I was reading, I don't know if you ever watched any news or documentaries or read anything about the Tohoku ghosts, because people promise that they they see ghosts from the people who died in that earthquake. I honestly I don't think that's true, really, but I think that people are really going through a very hard emotional situation, or I don't know, maybe there's another phenomena that we can explain, or maybe it's ghosts. I don't know. And many people still have some stories when there's tragedies, like when there's a big earthquake, as many people die. Like there's a lot of um, I don't want to call it like this, but romanticization, um, and they start making legends out of places that was a tragedy. Okay, let's move on. Okay, well, these questions are pretty hard now. But yeah, volcanic eruptions are another catastrophe. Okay, what is the meaning of drizzle? Sometimes you see this. I don't know if you have the weather on your phone in English, and you have drizzle. So drizzle is a kind of rain, but what's the difference with regular rain? Okay, so yeah, drizzle, it's a very light rain. It's usually very constant, but it's not that heavy. It's called drizzle. Actually, London is like always like this. London is always drizzle. They say it's always cloudy, it's always rainy. But actually, summer is very pleasant in London. Then we have this expression that is You are skating on thin ice. And this is a way to threaten someone. You are skating on thin ice. Yeah. So it's you are doing something dangerous. Usually people use it to threaten anyone. And they say, hey, don't do that. You're making me mad. You're skating on thin ice. And it means to make someone mad, and they can do something to you. All right. Next. We had a question about comics. You know about the Yellowstone? You know about Yellowstone caldera? So this thing is inside the Yellowstone Park, and it's considered the caldera is considered to be one of the most dangerous volcanoes. I mean, it's not dangerous actually because it's not that active, but they say that this whole Yellowstone, they say that underground there's a huge volcano, so it would really destroy the US, and it could damage the earth as well, like create well, you know the expression nuclear, the expression nuclear winter. Do you know what nuclear winter is? You have any idea what is nuclear winter? You don't know?
Not sure.
So nuclear winter is kind of when they're supposedly you can see this a lot in science fiction movies or series, and after a nuclear bomb, and just supposing that there's a massive nuclear attack around the world, so the particles, like the dust left in the
It starts
um,
rain now, I think, no?
it's
Like
like what?
it's before after the nuclear winter, it stops like raining. The the materials of the I th I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, so these residuals from the nuclear bomb create some clouds, but the clouds are so thick that they don't let the sun in. So basically, the earth becomes like winter everywhere because the sun um, can reach the surface. So the whole earth in a hypothetical war, because yeah, let's suppose that there is a nuclear war, and you can think the bombs are the really destructive thing, but it's not really the bombs which kill you immediately, because some people would survive. But after this nuclear, and it will be a process of months, very quickly the earth would become inhabited, like no trees would grow, animals would die, and everyone would die little by little. Like it would be a very slow death. So doesn't sound really nice, right? But the thing is that when you think about it, it's every time more possible that there's a nuclear confrontation, like there are nuclear bombs, and there are submarines with nuclear bombs around all around the world. There are trucks that have nuclear weapons from the United States and from Russia. There are there are nuclear bombs or nukes that are stored uh, underground. So everything's prepared, and they say the objective for having these weapons is that they are never used. But who knows? Maybe there this button, because actually it's just like a button, right? And if there's a person, like somehow they can hack these things, and maybe there's someone who doesn't think that humans are deserve living, so could destroy a whole planet, man. Well, but I just mentioned it because they said the same can happen with a huge volcano like the one that is underground Yellowstone. And they say that this eruption would be so massive that it would create a winter, like a global winter, like clouds made of smoke that would cover the earth. And yeah, I think that when you think how small humans are compared to the massive destruction possibilities that are out there. There are hurricanes, there are earthquakes, volcanoes, nukes, like nuclear bombs, and there are meteorites that could, or asteroids that could destroy the Earth as well. And we plan everything like everything is going to be okay tomorrow. And the truth is that no one can guarantee that everything will be okay, right? Because we can't control the weather. We can't control human decisions. We can control government, right? Even when people vote for government in some democracies, but you see that we can control many things. So it's like, who is sure about what is going to happen tomorrow? Huh? Okay. I don't know this. Okay, Katrina. Yeah, this was famous, no? Well, usually everything that happens in the United States becomes famous. So, Oscar, you are Sandra? Or Sandra is another person?
No, I am running out of my battery mobile, so I will use another one. But
Yeah,
I
I'm
put it
another
as
person. Hi, everyone.
Okay.
yes.
All right. No, just that because you told me you will use your wife's phone. Okay.
Yeah, but I put my name.
All right. Okay, so we have dormant volcano. What would be the difference? Yeah. Okay. Then we're just going to make 20 of this, and we're not going to finish everything. Now we have this idiom. So you have to choose which of these is an idiom, because some of these expressions are not idioms. Okay, so according to the picture, it's take a rain check. And there's another expression that is under the weather. Actually, all of these options are idioms. So let's see first. The first expression here, take a rain check. So it's an idiom. What do you think is the meaning of take a rain check?
Like, according to the image you show at first, I think it's like doing thing in another time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, yeah, according to the picture, you could think that, no? So if you can say, I will take a rain check. And so this expression, it means I decline your offer for now, but I will accept later. I decline your offer for now, but I may accept it later. So let's say that someone invites you to go somewhere and you don't have enough money. So you say, hey, I don't have enough money, just let me save a little bit, and I will take a rain check on your invitation. That means I'm not saying no, maybe later would be yes. So when you say, let me take a rain check, it means I'm not totally saying no to your offer, but maybe later. Yeah. Then the expression under the weather that some of you chose, right? Under the weather, you know this expression? Have you ever heard this expression?
It's like if you are in a bad mood.
Yeah, under the weather is like a bit sad. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's continue. To chase rainbows. What do you think is the meaning of this expression? Okay, yeah. So you say that when you think a person is not serious and they're just thinking about fantasies, so you could say that someone is chasing rainbows. All right, we're going to finish this activity now because as we still need to check something else. Okay, so that was some vocabulary related to idioms. And today we're going to review a topic. All right, okay. We're going to review a topic that is called the causative. So sometimes you need to do some activities, right? We were talking about um, I don't know, some emergency or accidents, right? So let's imagine that you are driving and then your car stops working, or imagine that the electricity stops working, like it goes out at your home. So maybe you are not experts checking the car or the electricity. So you need to find a professional person to do it for you. So that's when you use the causative. So imagine that for some reason you need to, maybe not to change a light bulb, but you need the help of someone to check the electricity at your house. Or I don't know, maybe the electricity is very expensive where you live and you want to see if there is any problem or if you could do anything to avoid paying such high bills. So in this case, you would hire what kind of professional? What kind of professional can you hire for checking the electricity at home for you?
An electrician?
Oh, yeah. So electrician, right? So you will hire the electrician. That means the idea is yours, not the electrician, right? The electrician doesn't care. I mean, he cares when you hire him because you are hiring him for the activity, but you are the one, this is important to understand this, you are the interested one. Yeah, you're the one who wants the electricity at home to work normally. So in this case, you would tell the electrician, like I would like you to come and uh check my like the whole we could say the I don't know how to call the wires, no, the wires, the installation, maybe there's a shortcut. I don't know, maybe there's a shortcut. Can you check it out? So in this case, if you were an electrician, maybe you could say, um, I will I don't know, I will fix the wiring at home, right? I will fix, or maybe not fix, but I will check the wiring at home. I don't know if you understand what wiring means. Wiring, no? like el cableado.
The
So,
cables.
so you could say, I will check the wiring at home, and but you're not an electrician. So when you hire other person, you would say, I will have um, the wiring checked. I will have the wiring checked. That means I'm going to hire a professional, or I will have the electrician check the wiring. So you can use these two ways to say, I'm not going to do it, but I'm going to hire another person. So for example, here, I will have the wiring checked. You don't mention who does it. I will have the electrician check the wiring. You're mentioning a person. You're mentioning a professional person here. So you can use both. You have two options. You can mention the professional, or you can mention the person who does a favor to you, or you don't mention the person. So that's why we have here a few examples. Sorry for the resolution. I know it's kind of low, but let's read examples so that we understand more, um, like have it clear. So can you please help me, Flor, to read the first example in the sentence over here, please?
Me, teacher?
Yeah, please. Can you read this?
Read. Some cleaned her house on the Thursdays.
Someone cleans her house on Thursdays. Can you repeat that?
Someone cleans her
Someone,
house. Some,
someone, someone.
someone cleans her house on Thursdays.
On Thursdays. Yeah.
Thursdays.
Okay. So, if she was the person cleaning her house, she would say, I will clean my house. She would say that. But she is not going to do it because maybe she has some money and she will hire someone to do it. It's very common, like, I don't know, even not for rich people, but some people who work like a whole day and they need to hire someone to clean the house. Um, Honestly, I will always prefer to do it myself, but she says no. I will have my house clean. I'm using the future, but here is in present, right? She has her house clean on Thursday. That means every Thursday, not her, but other person. Gabriel, can you help me read the next example, please? Or maybe Oscar Carrillo, please. Can you help me read this one?
Okay. Someone delivered the lamp today. We got the lamp delivered today.
Yeah, so imagine that you work at a courier company. So maybe you work at FedEx or I don't know, any other. So DHL. Okay, so DHL sometimes sends I mean, usually it's these companies, they send their stuff, right? But sometimes they need to hire other companies when there's a lot of work, right? So companies can hire other companies to do their job. This is what we call a contractor. You know, contractor? This is very common, for example, in the US or in Canada too. Like, I'm surprised, but because I always learn, and I learned from my parents that we know how to paint a house, we know how to fix some things at home. Like, like my parents were like they wanted to do everything themselves. Obviously, sometimes they didn't do it the best way, but um, it's very common that in the United States and other countries, you hire a contractor. I'm not talking about a plumber, I'm not talking about an electrician, but someone who will paint your house, someone who will, I don't know, just like make some some finishes on the house. So the contractor is a person that you can hire, and this is a professional person, you know. Actually, the many Latinos who go to the US, they work as contractors because they always say that the Canadians or Americans, they don't want to do that job, and that they always hire, and usually they hire Latinos, and they say they're hardworking and they're good, and they do good jobs. So usually when they need someone to fix the roof, or they need someone to check the plumbing, and these people make a lot of money because they have this company as contractors. So yeah, they make a living out of it. Actually, I have some friends um who live in the UK, and they are Latinos, but they have a company as contractors, and they make a lot of money, you know. And I see that this is a really good job if you go to another country, because there's a lot of people, a lot of locals that are not willing to do that job themselves. So they want to pay someone to do it. Okay. So in this case, right, someone deliver, and here we got the lamp deliver. All right. So we have three possible scenarios, right? I'm going to talk to you. Okay. So the first scenario in the causative is when you do something through someone. That means that you ask the help of someone, but you don't mention them, right? For example, I got my car fixed. That means I was the one with the idea, but you suppose that the person who fixed it is a mechanic. So that's why I don't mention the mechanic. I had a payment done to the bank, like I needed to pay something on the bank, but I asked my mom or I asked my friends. So I had a payment done to the bank. I don't mention who, I just said that I did. I will get my homework done. Some people who don't want to do their homework, so they assign it to someone else. So I will get my homework done. And yeah, so that means you are the one, the interested one, but you didn't do it yourself. Then we have the second scenario when you do something through someone and you do mention them. Like in this case, I'm mentioning dentist, mechanic, bricklayer. Like I got the dentist fix my tooth. Now the difference between the situation 1 and 2 is that here you use the past perfect, the past participle, and here you just use the base form of the verb, right? You see, I got the dentist fix my tooth. I had a mechanic fix my car, so I don't use any. I just use the verb in the base form. I got the bricklayer or the mason put the floor. Bricklayer or mason, you know what it means? It's synonyms. You know, bricklayer or mason.
No.
El albañil.
Yeah, exactly. So you can call it bricklayer, or informally you can call him mason to put the floor. Okay. Okay, it says you do. I don't mean the floor, you know, like the tiles, the floor tiles. Okay. You do something through someone and you mention them, but they are obligated to. This is the third scenario. So sometimes because you are very bossy, or maybe it's parents telling their children what to do, you can use the infinitive before the verb, and you can say, I had my children to clean the room. I had my children to clean the room. So that means that I made my children do it because they didn't want, but I had to obligate them. I had my friend to cook for me. Maybe my friend didn't want, but he lost a bet. I had my brother to do my homework. So my brother didn't want to do my homework, but I obligated him. So you can use the causative these 3 times. These 3 different scenarios. All right. So just for homework, you will write some other situations that you need to do during this week. Maybe you have some tasks, maybe some homework, maybe you need to run some errands, and try to write on the chat. Yeah. Sorry, not on the chat, but on WhatsApp. What things you need to do during the week, but try to use the causative, like you're going to ask someone to do it. All right. So we'll finish for now. And thank you so much for joining, and we will see you in the next class. So take care. Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Thank you.
teacher. Have a good